Amsterdam. In Amsterdam, riding a bike is not just a way to move around. It feels like gliding through a gentle story. Almost every person has a bike, and the red bike paths run like long ribbons beside calm canals and narrow streets. The canals were built hundreds of years ago by Dutch planners to control water and protect the city from floods. Because Amsterdam sits on soft, wet land, these canals became its best defense and its most beautiful feature. Long ago, people here began asking for safer and friendlier streets. They wanted less noise and less danger from cars. So the city leaders listened. They redesigned streets to welcome bikes first. Now, when you ride, you breathe clean air and hear the soft hum of wheels instead of engines. You might pass small bakeries with warm bread smells drifting through the open door. You might see kids laughing as they race near a park. You might see neighbors ringing tiny bike bells to greet each other. Amsterdam shows what happens when a city is shaped for humans and not machines. It feels slow in a happy way, like a gentle heartbeat guiding daily life. Singapore. Now imagine walking through a city that feels like a giant garden. That is Singapore. Tall buildings here are wrapped in green plants, so they look like living trees of steel and glass. The idea for this came from leaders like Lee Kuan Yew, who believed that a city should feel healthy and full of nature. They planned every neighborhood carefully so that homes, schools, markets, and parks are always close together. This means families can meet, play, and grow strong community bonds each day. When a builder cuts down a real tree, the city asks them to plant new greenery on rooftops or balconies. This keeps the city cool, shaded, and filled with fresh air. Singapore also changed a salty bay into a freshwater lake called Marina Bay. The lake does two important jobs. It helps keep clean water for everyone, and it gives the city a shining place to relax by the water in the evening. People walk along the edges at sunset and watch lights reflect in the calm water. Singapore shows that when planning is focused on many years ahead, people and nature can live together in peace. It is a city that proves progress can be calm, green, and deeply human. Washington, D.C. Some cities tell stories through their buildings and streets. Washington, D.C. is like a giant open history book. The first city planner, Pierre Charles L'Enfant, dreamed of a capital filled with wide, grand roads that crossed each other and pointed toward important monuments. When you stand in the city and look down these long paths, your eyes land on the Capitol or the Lincoln Memorial. The idea was simple. No matter where you are, you remember that this city holds the ideas of freedom and democracy. There is another special rule here. Buildings are not allowed to grow too tall. This keeps the sky open and lets the monuments stand proudly above everything else. The air feels spacious. The city feels calm and ceremonial. When you walk near the reflecting pools or across the National Mall, it is almost like walking through pages of the nation's story. Washington, D.C. is designed to remind everyone of the values that shape the country. It shows how a city can guide not just how we move, but how we think and feel about our shared story. Zurich. Zurich is characterized by calmness, as if it were a quiet conversation between nature and city life. The city rests beside a clear blue lake, and mountains rise in the distance like gentle guardians. Streets are clean and walkable, and public trams glide smoothly from neighborhood to neighborhood. People here trust the transit system because it is simple, reliable, and beautifully connected. You can step onto a tram, ride to the lake, and sit by the water with almost no effort at all. Zurich also protects green spaces carefully. The lakeshore paths are open for everyone, not just for private buildings or cars. Families picnic here, swimmers slip into the cool water in summer, and joggers run along the edge of the lake with the mountains reflecting in the surface. Even in the heart of the city, you feel close to nature. Zurich reminds us that a city can be both efficient and deeply peaceful at the same time. Life here moves with a steady rhythm, guided by respect for the environment and quiet appreciation for everyday beauty. Tokyo. Tokyo is a massive city filled with energy, yet everything flows smoothly like a well-practiced dance. The secret lies in its transit system. Long ago, city planners and train companies worked together to build clean, fast, and dependable rail lines that reached almost every corner of the city. People use them daily, and they move with calm respect for one another. Even when the trains are full, everyone stands quietly and gives space to others. Train stations are more than places to move. Many are like small cities with shops, restaurants, and workspaces all inside. Shinjuku Station is one example. Someone can live an entire day there without needing a car. Technology blends with tradition. You might pass an ancient shrine tucked beside tall modern buildings. Old ways and new ideas sit side by side, creating a feeling of balance. Tokyo teaches that even a very large city can stay peaceful when people move with care and respect. There is a shared understanding that everyone is part of the same rhythm. This gentle cooperation is what keeps the city running with harmony instead of chaos. Seoul. Life is smooth in Seoul because technology and nature are designed to support each other. You can pay for buses, trains, and even small snacks using one simple card. The city gives real-time travel information to help you move quickly and easily. But the most magical idea in Seoul came when leaders removed a raised highway that once covered a natural stream called Cheonggyecheon. Instead of concrete and cars, they brought the water back to the surface and created a long, refreshing walkway with trees and quiet spaces. People relax there after school or work. Families stroll along the water at night. Cool breezes flow through the city because of the stream. This change showed that progress is not only about building more. Sometimes progress is giving nature back to the people. Seoul feels modern, but also caring and human. You can feel that the city wants to make everyday life less stressful and more peaceful. Neighborhoods have small parks, street markets, and warm gathering spots that make daily life feel connected. New buildings rise, but they do not push away the older history that shaped the city. Seoul continues to grow, but it grows in a way that holds both memory and hope at the same time. Melbourne. Melbourne is like a city built for people to gather, talk, and explore together. Its streets are lined with small laneways, filled with cafes, murals, music, and warm lighting. These laneways act like secret pathways that invite you to wander slowly and discover something new. The city is also shaped around trams that run like friendly threads connecting neighborhoods. You can hop on, ride past bookstores, gardens, and open squares, and step off anywhere that catches your curiosity. Melbourne places great care into public spaces. The Royal Botanic Gardens, the riverbanks, and open plazas are always full of life. Students study under shady trees. Musicians play softly near street corners. Friends meet after work to share stories or walk by the Yarra River at sunset. The city's culture is diverse, so voices, foods, and traditions all mix together without losing their uniqueness. Melbourne shows that a city becomes alive when it gives people places to gather and express themselves. It feels open, creative, and welcoming, like a place that is comfortable to grow into. Copenhagen. Copenhagen gives you a sense of gentleness the moment you begin to move through it. The city has a quiet confidence, like it knows it does not need to rush to be impressive. The sounds are soft. You hear bike wheels rolling, people chatting in small groups, and children laughing in open squares. There is a feeling that the city wants you to slow down and enjoy being here. It is similar to a warm, cozy home stretched out across a whole city. The planners here focused on one main idea. Every decision should make life better for people. So, walking and biking are the easiest ways to travel. Cars stay in the background. The streets feel calm and friendly. In the summer, the city's harbor is so clean that people swim right in the center. Parks connect neighborhoods like soft threads, giving everyone places to meet, relax, and breathe fresh air. Buildings are designed to match carefully so old and new sit together in harmony. Nothing feels rushed. Life moves at a gentle, steady rhythm. Copenhagen shows that when a city cares about comfort, friendship, and nature, everyday life becomes joyful.